What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? We have another great episode of Next Level Thinking. Of course, it's your host, Chris Holmes, here as always. And today I have my special guest by the name of... Gotta tell him
Juan
your name.
Juan Torres.
It's all good. Right now he's over there chill. He's trying to make sure he conserves all that strength for his matchups and all that. It's all good. So go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about yourself as we bring in some more people to watch this great interview.
My name is Juan Torres. I'm a heavyweight boxer at Huntsville, Texas. I've been boxing for about 3 years. Besides that, I'm also a special education teacher in Huntsville Independent School District. I'm a behavior support teacher. So.
Oh man, this dude over here laying out knockout blows and then going to educate you at the same time. That's a twist right there.
That's right, huh?
Yeah, that is good, but it's always good to see someone do like great community work and much more. So I know we have big things coming and all that. So tell this audience a little bit about your background. So like, how were you raised? So we can kind of find the story of what came to you of this person of today.
I grew up in Houston. Started out in H-Town. Started out in Spring Branch. Right when I was, 13 or 12, we moved over to Cypress, and I ended up graduating from Cypress Springs High School out there, and from there, went on and played some college football. I was 360 pounds, believe it or not, when I was in college. So.
Wait a minute, pause. That was a whole lot in just a few minutes. You went from playing football, 360 pounds. Let me slow it down just a little bit. So did you always have, like, let's say that athletic kind of fights to throw a punch like during like high school, or like kind of go a little bit more in depth into that? Because I mean that's your origin story right there.
Yeah, man. No, I was a knucklehead in high school, man. Every chance I could take to get into a fight. Fighting just came natural, man. It's just something that, you're out there at a party, in the streets. I was just a knucklehead, man. I had to learn the hard way.
So you already had that aggression at first. So were you the one always initiating it?
No.
Talking trash?
No, okay. That's the cool part is I would never initiate anything, man. I'm not like that. I don't go looking for a fight, but I'm also not gonna run. I've never run from a fight. So if you're gonna talk your smack, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna laugh at you, I'm gonna smile at you, and then I'm gonna talk smack back. And then if we get to fighting, and that's just what it is, But I've never been the one to initiate it. I've never been bullied. I actually was bullied, all through, elementary and some of junior high until, sports became something. Then it was, I'm an athlete now and nobody really wanted to mess with me. I was, 5'10", 240 pounds in 7th grade. So I've always been a big boy.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting you brought that up too, because it always, even I'm gonna go and throw Marvel in there. He's like the superhero. He was always in the beginning. He's like this all little smoky and picked on and all that. And he's like, one day he looks in the mirror like, one day you gonna pay, or I'm getting sick of this. But your transformation or transition was from sports, and then you went from like, okay, well, regardless of what you thought in the past, I'm going to defend myself. And I'm a strong believer in that because my parents taught me the same things. Like, look, I'm not going to go out there and tell you to go ahead and just start a fight, but you damn sure better protect yourself.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. My mom was a big part of that. You're always going to have these haters. You're always going to have these people picking at you for, it might be something good that you're doing for somebody and they'll pick at you for it. Or you can't afford nice shoes or nice clothes or what, we weren't very wealthy growing up. So, I don't think I had my first pair of Nikes until I was in the 7th or 8th grade. Before that, I'd wear Payless shoes and stuff like that. And the Nikes that my mom got me that first year, there were some Barney purple Nikes on sale, but they were Nike, so I didn't give a crap.
And it's ain't it crazy how like one of the biggest influence in your life is always your mother, like
Yes,
telling you like the like strongest kind of wisdom as you grow until the like the
that's
man you're supposed to be. So it's
that's
like
right.
always that wisdom to keep you grounded.
That's right, man. That's don't let never ever let them see you sweat. That's what my mom always taught me, man. You might be hurting inside, but you don't ever show it on the outside because they'll just take advantage of it.
Okay. That's wisdom right there itself. You just spoke a whole mouthful.
Already.
So like through this, like if you could name three of the top things that have actual carried you through your life, because people go through ups and downs and it's always that foundation that keeps them going. So what is like the three things that your parents have told you or any kind of influence that keep you grounded and going on?
Uh, for sure, my mom just always, giving me advice. My dad's work ethic is just crazy. Me and him never really got along. We always butted heads, but his work ethic is just something that no matter what, he had work ethic. And I think my life lessons, I've had a lot of ups and a lot of downs. So my life lessons for sure. At one point I was basically homeless. So
Oh, wait a minute. Now that right there is something that we need to go in because that's like really when you get tested. It's always when you're like in like a dark spots or even in the most challenging moments in your life when you actually grow the most.
right.
So in that moment right there, what did you experience and what did you learn from that? Because it's always tragedy or even the opposing force is going to actually make and strengthen you.
It was one of those times where I just I don't know, like you really see who's for you and who's not for you, and who loves you and who don't love you, and it was just a whole bunch of things, man. Like it was a crazy. It was like 4 years ago, so it was definitely I was on my up, and then I fell down real quick. It was just it is what it is, and you learn who's for you, who's not for you, who has your back, and then you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about what heart you have, whether you want to give up, whether you keep pushing for whatever goals you want. At one point, I wanted to stop fighting. I didn't really have money for gym fees. I had like two or three cars repoed. It was one of the things where I was struggling, man. I was struggling.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're telling that because, especially now with COVID and all that much more, people are facing some challenging things. From, of course, the homeless situation you were talking about, people losing their jobs, and then on top of that, you don't know what's going to happen next. And I mean, you had people who were making six figures and more in the oil industry and all this, and they were like, "Man, I'm good," and all of a sudden it's
Right,
just gone within like
right.
a wink of the eye. It's crazy how life just hits you just like that.
Hmm.
So I got to ask you this: go ahead and tell the importance of your inner circle because you touched on that a little bit, but I want you to go even further in depth because you find out who's for you, and then like your inner circle can actually bring you up. But if you're around the wrong crowd, your inner circle can bring you down.
Bring it down. Yeah, man. Like I said, I found out who was for me, who was against me. Uh, I had a friend that no matter what, they'd always constantly just push me, call me every morning, call me every night, and I'd text them and be like, "Hey, I can't, like, I just can't, like, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel." And then my coach, Mike, like I told you, when I quit fighting probably 2 or 3 months, and every day for 90 days, he would text me, "Hey, when you coming back to the gym? Where you at? Hey, you could do something really big with this if you stick to it." And there'd be days where I'd snap out of it and be like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing." And then there'd be days where the smallest thing would set me off, and I'd just be like, "Man, I just want to sleep all day. I know I'm not gonna make it. I'm just gonna lay here and just do nothing." It's just it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster.
It's a marathon, right? It's
Man,
like just like a roller coaster. You just go up and down, left and right, but it's how you react to it at the end of the
that's
day.
right.
Because you could have just stayed down, but you had a little funk, but you actually eventually rose out of it, and that's what it comes down to it. Because you never know who's watching.
exactly. And that's another thing. Like with all that going on, my family was going through stuff. My sister actually ended up going to the penitentiary for a little while, and you know, whatever she had going on, she just kind of left her kids with my parents, and it just every day of their lives, I ended up, watching them and taking care of them, and I ended up, taking full custody of them. Like they're they're mine, they're my kids now, and
Whoa! So you had to really adjust real quick and
real
step up to the
quick, I had
plate.
to get my shit straight because like you said, I had a little boy and a little girl watching, and her dad is still in her life, so I'm her godfather, and she knows I'm her godfather, and that I'll do anything to protect her, you know. But she knows who her dad is, and she knows who her godfather is, and those two right there are her main support system. With my boy, I'm I'm his and he's mine, and that's it.
So with that, like, would you say like that is your why? And when I say like, is that your why? Is like a lot of people have someone that actually keeps them going. Sometimes it can be their mother, their kids, their grandma, their brother, or something that keeps them going through like the most challenging times.
They're definitely my why. Them and my mom. I've always wanted to prove my mom right. She's always always been there, and she's been one of those people that every morning and every night we talk, and she tries her best to motivate me. Sometimes I don't want to hear it, and she don't care if I don't want to hear it. She's gonna tell it to me. So so
I like
you
how you
know,
put that in. Like, I don't care
yeah,
if you want to, don't want to hear it. You gonna hear
yeah,
this.
yeah. She gonna make me hear it. And yeah, the kids are definitely my why.
Awesome, awesome. Glad to hear that. So as things were going and you were getting into like the more the boxing aspect, so like how like what was going on when you really said, okay, I'm gonna really focus on this. So what was going on?
Honestly, it was just Mike, man. He kept bothering me. He kept bothering me. He wouldn't leave me alone. Like at one point, I was, man, I'm gonna change my number so this dude stops texting me because I don't want to do it anymore. And he just kept going and kept. I think he came to my house once. He
Is he,
came to
he
my
was
house.
like that was
Yeah,
real.
yeah. And Mike. Mike's real blunt about stuff. Like, man, you need to
He
get all
don't
that
sugar.
shit and you need to bring your butt to the gym. So I ended up just coming, and the first few weeks I was there, but I wasn't happy to be there. It was one of those, I guess I'll come, but and
It's
then
like a little kid that'd be like, okay, I guess I'm here at school. All right,
yeah,
I'm here.
that's right. And then the thing about Mike, and because you've been there, like he'll stop a whole workout and discuss life with you, and that'll be the
Yeah.
workout day. He'll sit there and tell you. He's been in and out of the system too. So he's got a lot of knowledge. Him and Ernest, both of them have been through a lot in their lives. So just hearing their knowledge gives me hope.
And it's crazy how like the people you run into or people like in your journey actually change or help you get out of your situation.
That's right.
Because in that moment you were like, just leave me alone. What is wrong with you? Like I
Yeah,
told you no already, but
yeah,
it's like those people like your roots. So like
yeah.
you may try like you ain't going nowhere because I see something bigger in you that you haven't seen yet.
And he
Keyword
tells me
yet.
that. Yep, and he tells me that to this day. I see some bigger in you. And he tells me if you'd stop being so damn hard headed, I see greatness in you. You know, but
Okay, cool. That is true. That's a lot of our parents.
yeah,
So when you okay, we're gonna keep the momentum going. So explain. Okay, let's go to the night or day fight that you landed your first knockout in the ring. What was going on? What was going in your head, and like how did it happen?
man. Let's see which one. What was the first one? I
He
think
said he
that
had to think
was
about it.
yeah. I Okay, so that was I think my second boxing match, and it was for Goat Promotions. And I just remember, it was one of those things where I was still barely getting into shape. I wasn't I was walking around at 270, 280 pounds, and all I had was Mike telling me I could do it, and you know, we'd work our asses off, and we get into the ring, and this dude, I think he was, I don't know, I think he was maybe 2-0 or something. And you know, they got the whole A side and the B side thing. I've always been
Mhm.
B side, didn't really care, you know. So we were doing it, and I think second round, I just gassed him out. Like you know, he was a big muscular dude, and he just couldn't keep up with the pace. I couldn't keep up with the pace, you know, like
I
it
said I couldn't keep up.
it was Mike's pace. Like that's the pace that Mike wanted me to give. And you know, one thing about Mike, even to this day, like to get a "I'm proud of you" or "I love you" from him is like a freaking, it's a work of magic. Like you don't hear that very often. And you know, I always bother him like, man, are you proud of me? Am I doing what you want? Or are you proud of me? And I remember after that knockout, like, man, I'm proud of you. He just fell. The dude fell, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I don't have to finish this fight out. You know, my cardio
I
my
guess.
cardio still isn't, yeah, my cardio still isn't too good, and I knocked you out. So thank God for that, because I don't know what the next 2 rounds would have had for me.
That's the challenge, especially being athletics or any kind of sport. Is cardio is everything. Like get on a
Cardio is
basketball
a beast.
court and like in the first couple layups, and like you good, and then they're like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, let's see how far you can do. And then you're like, wait a
Man,
minute, you
that
tired?
full court ain't no joke, man. I did that all through high school, man. You know, so that full court, I know about that full court basketball. That ain't no joke.
Sure, a lot of my homeboys said we ain't doing no damn full court. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do half
yeah,
court.
that's right. They want to go half court, and Coach Ernest was actually just talking about that. He said we're gonna start playing some full court basketball to get some cardio in. So I'm looking forward to that because I haven't played basketball in probably over 5 years.
I'm not gonna lie. Through I'm sure all high school, what kept me in shape was that. When you run back
Yeah.
and forth all that, you have no choice but to keep your cardio up.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. And you got to be agile too, man. It's not just straight, you know, sprints. You got to cut and yeah. So
All kind of stuff like that.
yeah,
So
man.
okay, I'm gonna throw this like an alley oop to you. So like, go ahead and tell the audience, like when the coach says keep your hands up at all time, what does that mean? Because you know when you tired, people like to start still doing
Yep.
this.
Man, coach tells you to keep your hands up at all times, just so you don't get, you know, your head knocked off. You know, and that's another thing. They get mad at me because I don't keep my hands up at all times. Like, I got a great chin. Like it'll take a work of Congress to knock me out, right? And they don't care. You still gotta keep your hands up, like, and it tears your shoulders up, and they don't care. Ernest will be holding pads for me, and my hand starts slipping down, and he'll slap me across the face with a pad, man. So yeah, yeah, always keep your hands up,
Yeah, like I told you once, but let's use that as a metaphor towards life. Keep your hands up.
man. Uh, you just want to keep your guard, man. Always do right by people, and you know, never expect anything. You don't want to expect anything. You want to work hard for everything you get. You know, everything you get is because you worked for it. You know, keep your guard up.
Gotcha. And then like one of my favorite speakers, I'm pretty sure you heard of him, is like Eric Thomas. He always
Yes.
says stay ready.
Yep. Stay ready. Always stay ready. Yep. He's one of my favorites too, man. I love, you know, sometimes when I get down, like, it's natural. You're gonna get down on days, and I watch his videos, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go spar Mike. I'm ready to go spar whoever. You know, that's one dude I watch whenever I don't got it that day.
And then he's also like, give 110%. Like, what? Because you imagine somebody is like, let's say in a ring, like the fourth, third round, and you're over giving 80%. This person still coming at you 100%. You're going to be like,
Yep.
holy.
Yep. And yep, that's Mike right there, man. That's Mike. Always just walking you down, coming straight forward. You know, he don't know how to back down.
So I'm going to add this on to that. Wouldn't you consider that fear as well? Because a lot of people, like when it comes to fear in life, even in the ring, they like to kind of go around it and not go straight ahead.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that.
Cool, cool, cool. So I know you've been on, help correct me, what, ESPN once or a couple of times? I'm trying to keep track.
Yeah, yeah. I fought on ESPN twice. Twice.
So how was that experience? Let's go to the first one when you got on ESPN. Like, what was going through your head? You're like, oh man, I'm about to be on this platform. Like, how did that feel? And how did you get on?
The first one was, man, it was quick. It was, I think, the week of the fight. They called me up, and it was against a Olympic gold medalist from Sweden. I think his name was Peter Kadiru. You know, like I'm not afraid to fight anybody. I'll fight anybody, anytime. And everybody knows that. That's why, I got my management now. I got my coaches to tell me, hey, you need to sit your butt down because you are not in shape for this.
You're like, I
They'll
don't
tell
care.
me,
You're like, go for it
I
or
don't
not.
care. They're not gonna hurt me. They're not gonna knock me out. It's, the way I think is it's gonna be a fight no matter what. He's gonna have to show me what he has because I'm not gonna back down. Um, it was a week's notice. They flew me in. I think Tuesday flew me in. They put me in the MGM casino. Man, I had to go through so many tests. They test your whole body out before they throw you
So what
in
kind of
front of.
test? Because we've seen a lot of big names go to the MGM because that's like, that's Vegas all around. So
Right.
like what kind of tests like they are checking
Uh,
for?
like they do like head scans. I'm like medical stuff.
Okay.
Your head scans. They check your bones out. They, reflexes, all that stuff. Your eyes. Have you ever had any concussions? Things like that, just to make sure you don't die on camera, right?
Yeah, they don't need that on the Showtime.
Yeah, no, they don't need that. So,
Even
you
though it
know,
is, which I'm gonna bring up now is like we know like boxing is like one of the like very gruesome sports. I mean, sure, but I love that like from Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and much more. But that is one of the aspects of the sports. Now, unfortunately, sometimes there has been a few boxers who have passed in the ring. But
right.
how do you handle that? Because I feel like that can also be addressed in life as well.
I mean, you gotta all gas, no brakes, man. Either you gotta understand that you can die in there. They say it all the time. You don't play boxing. Boxing is real. MMA is real. Bare knuckle boxing is real. You don't go in there and you don't play. Like the other man's goal is to hurt you as bad as he can. You know, and that's life too. Like if you let your guard down in life, man, some of these haters, they don't care. They'll knock you off. They'll knock you off, or just I'm a firm believer in karma. So, man, your bad karma will knock you off on its own. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's my biggest thing is you always do right by people because you want to be done right too.
Exactly, I completely agree because you got to watch what kind of seeds that you're planting throughout your life. Are you planting good
Exactly.
seeds, or your harvest is planting bad seeds that's going to come back to you later on? Either way,
Exactly.
you're going to pay for it. Hopefully, it's the
Right.
good way, but if not, you're going to pay for it in due time.
That's so true, man. Like I said, I've had my share of good karma and bad karma. So a firm believer in that. You gonna get what you deserve at the end of the. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be in a few hours. It might be 20 years down the road. But you gonna get what you got coming to you. That's just life.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, what has been like your workouts preparing for this fight coming up tomorrow?
Man, I've been working out twice a day. Early in the mornings and right after work. I'm off at 4. I'm in the gym by 5:30. And I'm there till about 10:30 every day. So
Whew, that's
yeah,
some discipline right there to get the
yeah,
results you want.
man. Exactly,
And
exactly.
it goes back to what you're saying like earlier. Hard work really pays off. You got to stay disciplined. And
That's
even
right.
on me when I work out at times, like knowing how like packed the schedule is, but to wake up at 5 a.m. with a trainer, like most people be like, I am not waking up at 5 a.m. and you want me to wake up with a trainer?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, 90% of folks won't get up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. They won't do it.
So tell the audience the importance of staying uncomfortable. And when I say uncomfortable, I mean the actual part of like getting you into your growth. Because a lot of people like stay in a comfort zone. I'm just gonna cruise to my
Yeah,
next thing.
you
So
can't
yeah,
do
go
that.
ahead and
You can't do that, man. You cannot stay comfortable, man. If you stay comfortable, that's when all the bad shit happens. That's when you know you get popped on the side of the head or in life. Period. Just you lose your job because you got too comfortable. Someone could get hurt because you got too comfortable. So it's always important to stay focused and never comfortable, man.
So I completely agree. So I know you said you got a hard chin and all that, but has there ever been moments where you got rocked and you're like, holy
Oh,
shit?
oh yeah, man. Yeah, no, I've got a hard chin, and I I believe I have a heart as far as in the ring and in life. Period. I believe I got heart, man. Uh, my first bare knuckle boxing match, I didn't keep my hands up. My shoulders started getting tired, and
Discipline.
yeah, and the dude, man, he popped me so hard in the chin, I fell. But that was right around the time where, man, I was taking fights for whatever. I think the purse for that fight was like $7,000 or something like that. And that actually the promoter ended up in federal prison because he didn't pay all the fighters that night. So
Uh-oh.
yeah, but he dropped me. He dropped me. I ended up getting back up. I was woozy. Ended up getting back up, and I finished him like 2 minutes later. I ended up knocking him out. You know, but
You basically had that moment. It's like, okay, you got me, but you
yeah,
know you
no,
didn't up right.
yeah. So I get up and I look at commentators because everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he's done. Like he got clean in the chin. He's not getting back from this." And I get up, look at the commentators. My eyes are a little crossed, and I look at them. I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." Ref comes to me. He gives me my 8 count. And he wants to know
You
if
know,
I
that
want to
little
keep
like, are you
fighting.
good at?
Yeah, yeah. He wanted to know if I wanted to keep fighting, man. I was like, "Man, get out of my way. Don't move, man. Let's go."
That's one of the
But
moments where the adrenaline all kicked in. You were like, nah, he
yeah,
done messed up. Like
yeah,
you,
yeah.
you and you put.
I can't get dropped on pay. That was a pay-per-view fight. We were on pay-per-view. I
Oh
can't
no!
get.
Oh
Yeah,
heck no! You were like, this ain't going
I
out
can't.
like
I can't
that.
get dropped on pay-per-view, man. Come on.
Like you got me all the way messed up. I don't care who
Yeah,
doing this.
yeah,
I'm about to do
yeah,
something right now.
yeah. My
So if
kids are
you,
watching too. So yeah,
shoot, it was a wrap. His
yeah.
kids was watching. You're done.
That's it, man.
So if you could choose two of your top favorite boxers, now I know that after this interview, you show people like you chose these two. Who are your top two favorite boxers of all time that you got inspired by?
Man, I think Mike Tyson for sure. That's my number one. That's who. I'm big. I'm 240, and he was 220. But I always try to, you know, make myself as close to him as possible with his hooks. His inside punches. And I think Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz in the Hispanic community is big, man. Like he was the first
Oh yeah,
heavyweight. Yeah, he was the first heavyweight to win the unified heavyweight title. So, of course, those two guys.
yeah, definitely. And there's so many icons out there to list, but I definitely know
Oh
those
yeah,
two. It's like too
yeah.
many to list.
That's right. Yeah, it's a ton of them, man. It's a ton of them.
Gotcha. So as we close things out, I want you to go ahead and leave, let's say, some encouraging or strong words for the audience to leave with, and then let them know how they can find you.
Man, I think my biggest message would be like I said, man, do right because you want to be done right, and smile in the face of these haters, man, because there's always gonna be somebody hating on you. It doesn't matter, it's just there's always gonna be somebody hating on you, and yeah, shit, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, Always work your ass off for whatever it is that you want. Never give up. Um, yeah, YOLO.
Awesome. Drop the mic. That's how we do it.
There you go.
So with hey. So with that said, we expect taking. Make sure you send the link so we can see as you knock the next opponent out
For sure.
on, and when you come to the ring. This I'm still stuck on the part that you just took on a random fight of a gold medalist, and you're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. What's he gonna do? He's only 6'4", 260 pounds. He can't do that much damage, right? So
I feel you.
yeah,
I feel you. So with that said, we wrapping this interview up. Make sure you share, comment, and much more as we keep things going. We got finally over 200 episodes. I think this is 202. So the next goal, of course, is 300. We're just going to keep sharing these inspirational stories to give people great value and help them take it to the next level.
See,
So it's your hope.
you're one of them, man. I look up to you because you bust your butt. You're right now fighting for what you want to do. You know, that's huge. That's big. You know, and you're always
Appreciate it.
inspiring. You're always inspiring people. I see you on Facebook, bro, and you're always inspiring people. And you know, you're a good person. So big ups to you.
I appreciate it. That's what it's all about. We lift up each other, and that's what we should, so we
Already,
can all elevate, be champions,
already. That's
in
right.
and outside the ring. Just be a champion of life.
That's right. That's right.
Cool, cool. It's your host Chris Holmes, and I have my guest by the name of.
Juan Torres. Hey, hold on. Let me go ahead and give
Oh,
a shout out to my management group, top tier management. You know, they're coming up, man. We got a bunch of great boxers coming out. Joe, Chip, you know, we got JR, he's fixing to turn pro. My coaches, Mike Hamilton, Ernest Johnson, you know, they're like I said, they're big in my life. Big people in my life. And I love them. Junior Santiago, he runs top tier management group. Big, good dude, man. Just, you know, always stick around good people, man. Good vibes. Always good vibes. Sorry.
awesome. Can't say it better myself. So go ahead and knock out your next opponent. We'll see you on the next big stage. And remember, take it to the next level. Peace.
Alrighty, brother. Thank you.